Petermaritzburg is known for its misty mornings and quiet charm. But in 2004, something far more sinister hid in that fog. A nurse named Tandeka Makawena left Grace Hospital one rainy evening and was never seen again.
Tandeka Makawena was 28, a respected trauma nurse at Gray's Hospital. On June 17, 2004, she clocked out at 7:14 p.m., just as a cold drizzle began. CCTV shows her walking past Chapel Street, umbrella in hand, heading toward the bus stop. But somewhere between the hospital gate and the turn toward Burger Street, she vanished. By morning, panic set in. Her phone had gone dead. She never arrived home. Police dogs tracked her scent up to a closed alleyway near an old, unused church. Then, nothing. The case baffled investigators. No signs of struggle, no robbery, no ransom, just gone. A homeless man claimed to have seen a silver car parked by the church that night, engine running, door open. He said a man in a reflective vest was pacing nearby, like he was waiting for someone. But the man, the car, and Tandeka were never found. Her colleagues still talk about her. Some say her ghost lingers in the trauma ward. Others believe she was abducted by a local trafficking ring. To this day, her disappearance remains one of Petermaritzburg's darkest mysteries. If you're ever walking alone on Chapel Street at night, and you feel someone watching you, it might just be the fog. Or maybe it's Tandeka, trying to find her way.
In 2013, a bus left Petermaritzburg heading toward Edendale with 12 passengers. But when it arrived, there were 13. The driver said he never stopped, and what they found on the CCTV footage still hasn't been explained. Sipu Dlamini was a late shift driver for a regional bus line between central Petermaritzburg and Edendale. It was a cold July night when he pulled out of the depot with 12 passengers on board. Everything about the trip was normal. Quiet roads, same route, no stops between pickup and drop-off. At exactly 22:40, he started the route like always. When he arrived at the Edendale terminal, one of the passengers, a teenage girl, hesitated before getting off. She told the driver, "There's a man at the back of the bus. I think he's sick." He called security. When they boarded the bus, the back seat was empty. CCTV was pulled. The footage clearly shows 12 people boarding. But midway through the ride, frame by frame, a new figure appears in the last row. No boarding, no movement, just suddenly there. And just before the girl tells the driver, he's seen turning his head. That security tape was sent to the company's head office. Weeks later, the footage disappeared. Sifo left his job and refused to speak about it again. But since then, other drivers have reported the same thing. A shadowy man who appears only when you're not watching him board. If you ever ride the 2240 to Edendale, don't sit in the back row.
Petermaritzburg's Gray's Hospital has a ward so cursed, patients admitted they would die within days, even if they weren't sick enough to die. In the heart of Petermaritzburg stands Gray's Hospital, a place of healing by day, but by night it hides a secret most staff refuse to talk about. They call it Ward 8. For years it was just another ward, until nurses began noticing something strange. Patients who entered Ward 8 rarely left alive. Even those admitted with minor illnesses would die within days. It was as if the walls themselves drained the life out of them. Staff whispered that the ward was cursed. Machines broke down only in that section. Call bells would ring when no patient had pressed them. And late at night, patients would cry out, saying shadowy figures stood at the end of their beds, watching, waiting. One nurse recalled a patient begging to be moved, saying, "If I sleep here tonight, I won't wake up." By morning, he was gone. Eventually, Ward 8 was shut down. But even today, those who walk past its locked doors swear they hear the sounds of beds creaking, coughing, and a faint gasp for air. Some say that
In Pietermaritzburg, there's a place where the cries of the forgotten still echo through the night. Fort Napier. Once a military stronghold, it became a psychiatric hospital, and its walls hide stories too disturbing to forget. Fort Napier looks harmless today, just another old building in Pietermaritzburg. But behind its walls hides one of South Africa's darkest and creepiest histories. Originally built in the 1840s by the British military, it was later turned into a psychiatric hospital. And this is where things get chilling. Patients weren't just treated here. Many were locked away, abandoned, and forgotten. Locals say the hospital became a place of torment. Electroshock treatments, overcrowded wards, and the cries of the mentally ill filled the air. Some claim the spirits of those who suffered never left. Visitors report hearing screams echoing at night, even though the wards are empty. Doors open and slam shut by themselves. Cold spots suddenly appear in narrow corridors, as if someone unseen is standing right beside you. But the creepiest stories are of the phantom nurses. Ghostly women in outdated uniforms have been spotted walking the halls, vanishing when approached. Some guards even quit their jobs after encountering shadowy figures, standing silently at the end of long, dark passages. And then there's the morgue. Staff whispered that bodies were often left unattended for days. People claim they can still smell decay, even though the morgue has been sealed for decades. Fort Napier stands as a reminder of Pietermaritzburg has zombie stories, just not the kind you expect. Taxi drivers used to avoid one route after midnight, not because of crime. Passengers would get in, sit quietly, no eye contact, no talking. Drivers say the passengers smelled wet, like rain, but it hadn't rained. When they reached the destination, the seat was soaked. Locals know what this means. Outsiders don't. The full Pietermaritzburg story is on YouTube, Horrotic Archives. Everyone in PMB knows this. After 11:30 p.m., taxis stop going to Northdale. Except one. It doesn't have a route number, no markings, just a white Quantum with one working headlight. Zanelle missed the last proper taxi after a late study session. Her phone was on 3%. She was tired, cold, and alone at the rank. That's when the taxi rolled in. No hooter, no conductor shouting destinations. The sliding door opened by itself. Inside, there were already passengers, all sitting quietly, all facing forward. Zanelle hesitated. The people in Pietermaritzburg know the rule. If you hear whistling at night, don't answer, especially not on Langalibalele Street, where the road bends just enough to hide whoever's coming. Thondo was walking home from a late shift at the petrol station. No earphones, no phone in hand, just the sound of his shoes and the hum of taxis far away. That's when he heard it. A slow, careless whistle. Not a song, not a tune, just one long note